Hopefully, this is the one you've been waiting for. Hello YouTubers, this is noobifier. Last weekend, Admo Esports hosted the 6-hour-long Hurston Hurt Locker event. If you don't know what that is, that's fine. You really should. Each year these events become even more and more polished and popular. The Hurston Hurt Locker is a battle in a crater within starcitizen. It's sensational to watch the battle, and for me personally it's somehow even more special because it truly demonstrates a little glimpse into the potential that we know that's there. The combatants start in the outer ledge and, on call, enter the crater and then fight. There are very few rules other than you may not leave the area. The last one or the last team to die is the winner. So link this to friends who may be interested to see what starcitizen has to offer. 2 hours into the stream, which was the pre-show, we had Heat 1 Civilian Solo Finals. Cyclones, dragonflies, and even a rock dropped into the crater. Many decided to dismount instantly, but the rock was bringing the pain with the mining laser. The Cyclone RC was basically eliminated instantly because it has no weapons, so why was it even there? Anything or anyone who leaves the crater by accident or on purpose is eliminated from the competition. Anything or anyone who's exploded by accident or on purpose is eliminated from the competition. Many died quickly in the first 2 minutes, leaving only 4 remaining. One of the Ursas inverted itself while getting peppered from 2 dragonflies. The rock was eliminated. The dragonflies were having trouble dropping the Ursa, ultimately blowing itself up by colliding into too many rocks. There was some confusion as the dragonflies duked it out, but there were clearly others camping around behind rocks, waiting for the pack to clear itself out. The officials confirmed that there were actually 3 contestants waiting and strategizing. Meyer confirmed that there was a second battle between dismounts and railguns. The 2 dragonflies circle-strafed in a circular pancake with visual indicators of shield impacts. As one dragonfly was about to cook off, the other one slowed down. Both exploded exactly at the same time, taking damage from a sneaky cheeky dismount. At this point, it was all on foot, and sometimes that comes down to a straight-up boxing match. Overtime stalemate, the remaining combatants take off their gear down to their panties and use nothing more than fists. Meyer confirmed that to finish each other off, a player would need to continue to bludgeon a downed player. There was some hardcore sneak and peek for about 4 minutes, and then the officials confirmed that Space Zebra was eliminated and Adelis was the victor. No need for sudden death. One well-placed ricochet off a cyclone and the match was over. Up next was the military solo heat with 6 participants parked on the outer ring, which in this case is 5 times larger than the one used for civilian solo to accommodate the tonk. Meyer did the countdown and the battle was on. Instantly, it was super sketchy, with many tonks inverting themselves as they fall into the crater. Solo tonk is actually possible, where the occupant has access to most of the weapons. Tonk jousting was pretty common as they tried to close the gap. Explosion after explosion marked the demise of player after player, resulting in the final 2 parked point blank at each other. Terrain caused issues with the battle until one exploded. Some sneaky use of terrain did work until one of the well-aimed shots was shot across the map. Scanning is actually a massive advantage in this category, and yet it was still hard for the remaining combatants to find each other. One of the tonks became inverted, causing the crew to dismount, so now if the other tonk is lucky, that dismount could actually just get roadkilled. The tonk actually ran over the dismount, but that person recovered. A second dismount seized the opportunity in the confusion, taking out the tonk. So now we're down to dismounts, only trading shots with the railgun, then rifles, and then pistols. We didn't get a named confirmation on the declared winner for this heat, and after a setup, we were onto the civilian duo heat. The shadow obstructed most of the crater as the sun set. Buggies, cyclones, and others were more effective when fully crewed. Some opted to dismount their second to punish targets with the railgun. The action was frantic, with over 10 teams standing after 4 minutes. Shot after shot, explosion after explosion, flipping over, skidding across the map at 100 kilometers an hour is a great way to draw attention. And, of course, the dismounts made short work of it. More targets of opportunity resulted in anyone dumb enough to drive to the center of the crater becoming eliminated instantly. As vehicles became disabled, more and more dismounts became active. Aerial shots identified dismounts using rock for cover. As the sun set further, Blimps Incorporated were confirmed as the winning pair. Another civilian duo heat started at night, relying on the searchlight to see the action. Unlike last time, attrition occurred very quickly, with shot after shot becoming explosion after explosion. The dragonflies proved quite durable against the Ursa, but not lasting too long. The crater was littered with flaming chassis, with one stuck rover sniping from across the map. Vehicles were abandoned when practical, resulting in railgun battles across the map. Players decided to shoot SMG instead of the railgun, ensuring that their position would not be given up by the gigantic blue streak across the sky. With 4 teams still active, tension was high. 7 minutes of sneak and peek stalemate ended with a well-aimed shot from behind. Ultimately, the main victor was Police Academy. Up next, we had Military Duo with 7 teams. This match was at night, and the tanks were pre-positioned inside the mega crater to prevent those flipovers that we'd seen last time. Almost instantly, everything hit the fan with a volley back and forth, 2 eliminating each other at the same time. A clean kill from the main gun took out the other in short order. Crucian Gaming commented that he was totally impressed with how the railguns were performing during this Hurston Hurt Locker, saying that they were the actual MVP. With dismounts running around, it was apparent that the tactic was to ditch the tank right away and go on foot from the get-go to keep the signature low. The tank did a full frontal on a dismount, resulting in a ragdoll. Double railgun nuked the last rolling tank, and then we were down to dismounts, and this resulted in Pushbringer and New Death winning. Next, we had Civilian Duo Champion Final, Rovers and 1 Dragonfly. The Dragonfly signed a check that its body could not cash, exploding after dropping off its team. The team was stuck in the middle, and that resulted in a bleedout. Some teams resorted to simply crashing into cyclones, inverting them, and then watching them blow up. One dismount was punishing targets as their teammate Ursa was servicing the same target. A high-speed rover was stopped dead in its tracks from behind. The Cyclone crew bled out as they were trying to dismount. The last rover sniped the sniper as it moved through the midfield, and then smoked the last dismount point blank. Winners were Police Academy destroying the Iron Wolves, and that's it. 6 hours condensed down for you. This one literally took over 6 hours to go through, so I'd ask you to share and of course support Atmo Esports as they continue to host these events. Follow them on Twitter and watch for updates. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the pit.